Hello everyone, today we're going to be doing a slightly different video. It's not a hunt so much as just showing off my builds that I use. At least at the moment, I got rid of a lot of them because I wasn't using them or they need to be updated. So we're going to be starting off with my maximum comfy set where you're just really tanky, don't really die, and that's pretty much the gist of this build. Um, which one is it? It should be this one. It is the Brachydios Buster Gun Lance maxed out, and it's the Namael head Y piece with the Fell Shroud Male B, which you get from Black Veil Valhazak. The Tentacle Cowl is from Arch Tempered Namael. You get Demon Lord Black Arm A, which is from, I believe, the Fright Night VIP tickets, I believe. I'm not 100% sure. And then you go Fell Shroud Coil B, which is also from our Black Veil Valhazak. If you're gonna go for a max comfy build where it's hard for you to die and you don't need to use as many healing potions or ancient or max potions, then you really want to get two Black Veil pieces for the, what is it called? The Supreme Healing Super Recovery, which makes it so you heal past your red health, pretty much any health that you have, or any HP damage you have taken, you will keep healing up to full, as well as when you use healing potions and stuff. Uh, this set also, you're just really tanky. And then lastly, you go for Grand God's Pure Feet, which I don't remember specifically what that gives you, but that's mostly just for high defense as well as the slots, and then it gives you resentment and something else, which we'll look at in a second. And then you want to go for the defensive charm, which just gives you points into defense, so you're tankier. And then you go whichever mantles you like using or want to use. Personally, what I like to do for hunts is I'll either go Temporal Mantle, which gives you like hits for free and you don't take damage, and then a Elemental Resistance Mantle depending on what I'm fighting. But you can get rid of one or the other for like a health booster, or the healing booster, which I believe is just called health booster, which you could just sit guard in guard stance over it and you'll heal, as well as on top of your recovery speed and your super recovery from the Vol set, or for the two pieces of Black Veil Vol. And for that set specifically, so the Arch Tempered Namael gives you Stamina Surge, so while you're sitting in block, if you need to sit in block for an extended period of time, you're obviously when you take hits, you take your constitution, your stamina goes down, right? This just makes it so it comes back quicker. As the tool specialist isn't really something you might need, but it's still nice to have. It makes your mantles or your health or cleanser booster come back faster. So you get to sit in your heal zone more often if you choose to go with the health booster. It just gives you extra survivability. The Fell Shroud Male B gives you 2 points in recovery, so you recover the red HP bar when you take damage. That comes back faster, and it also increases the amount of healing you get a little bit when it's going for regular HP. When your red bar is gone, it helps the super recovery just a little bit. And then Dragon Attack isn't needed, but it's just there. It's a part of the set, so, you know, if you ever use a dragon weapon, you have a little bit of an extra boost. The Black Arm, or the Demon Lord Black Arm A, gives you 3 points into handicraft, so you don't have to sharpen as often, which is good, especially for a gun lance, because you go through sharpness like crazy. And then the Fell Shroud Coil B just gives you 2 points into speed eating. So if you have to take a health potion or you need to eat a null berry or something, you just go you chug it faster, which is, it's nice. So you don't have to worry about getting hit while you're healing. And then Grengod's Pure Feet gives you 3 points into health boost. I don't remember what Grengod's Pure Feet B give. I believe it gives you 2 points into health boost and then the 2 points in heroics. You could go for that and get some better slotage, but this is max comfy. So health boost 3 just gives you more max HP, and then 2 points in heroics. It doesn't really matter too much because you're going to be recovering all of your red HP pretty quickly anyways. But if you're getting hit a lot and you have a lot of red HP, it just makes it so you do more damage. And my defense charm isn't maxed out, it needs 1 more point, but if it'll just give you as much defense as you really need. So 5 points into defense boost just makes you take physical hits a lot better. And then the decorations that I have for this is 1 point in recovery speed and the Brachydios Buster 2. It just means that your recovery speed is maxed out. Also, the reason I go for the Brachydios Buster is because it doesn't do a specific element, so you can kind of use it for whatever. It does blast damage, even on monsters that resist blast, or not resist, they have low... Okay, so there's not many monsters that flat out resist blast damage. I believe it's Zora. Magdaros completely resists blast, and then Brachy... I don't know if Brachydios resists blast completely, or if it just has a high tolerance to it. And then you want stun resistance, which just makes it so if you do get stunned, it doesn't last as long. You can break out of it sooner. Another thing that people don't necessarily know about stun is if you are stunned and you need to get out of it really quickly, if you're using controller, your control stick, the left one, just mash it really quickly. Just mash it side to side as fast as you can and it'll break out of it sooner. I don't know how you get out of it faster for keyboard and mouse, but I would imagine you just press all the direction keys as fast as you can. And then you go for a magazine jewel, which gives you capacity boost, so you just get an extra shell in your gun lance. Another reason I go with the Brachydios Buster is because it is normal shelling. At least I believe it's normal shelling. Yeah, it is. Technically, Basilgeuse might be a bit better because it's wide shelling, which lends to like a jab shell combo, which is a lot safer. But normal shelling is a lot more versatile, where you could poke, shell. You could do the slam burst combo, or you could do Wyvern's Fire. So it's just a better all-rounder one. Then you go for Hungerless, which makes it so your stamina decreases 100% slower, so you don't have to be taking as many rations, you don't have to worry about your stamina as much. Physique Jewel is just to add more to your Constitution, which does... Constitution lowers big stamina draining actions like guarding, like rolling and stuff, so you don't have to worry about that as much. Constitution and guard up do stack, so you're using less stamina overall when you guard. Artillery is just for extra damage on your Wyvern's Fire and your gun lance shelling. And then Iron Wall, which is just a regular point in guard. I only have 1 point. You could add more if you want to, but it's not really needed with the high constitution. The only thing that this really does is when you do guard and you get a big hit, you're going to be pushed back a lot, so you'll be stuck in guard longer. But if you're playing super defensive, that doesn't really matter too much anyways. This is just another point into constitution. Again, it helps you with your guarding and your rolling, so you don't run out of stamina as fast. and then we put in protective polish. You could swap this out for something like wind resistance or footing. You could go another constitution, but I figure protective polish would be nice, so if you ever have to sharpen in the middle of combat, it just keeps it in white sharpness longer. And then again, it's another point in constitution, just makes it so you keep your stamina up. For my Iceproof Mantle, I have 2 points of wind resistance, so if I ever go aggro on something like Kushala Daora or Legiana or Rathalos, I don't get pushed back by the wind as often. You could kind of put anything in the mantles that you want. You could add more elemental resistances. Another thing I really like to do for mantles is I like to add Destroyer. So while you're in a defensive mantle, which allows you to be a little bit more aggressive, so if you get hit, you're not hurt as much. You get to break certain parts of a monster, like the tail or the wings, so you kind of put them at more of a disadvantage against you. Um, but you, like I said, the mantles you could swap for whatever you want. Uh, it could be booster or whatever you want. The mantles and the equipment is pretty interchangeable. Anyways, that's it for my defensive set, my Max Comfy. I will be showing off the rest of my sets in later videos. Anyways, thank you all for watching. I hope you have a good day, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye!